Got a comment on LinkedIn on the topic of networking. I've been talking about sort of how to network at conferences, how to approach conferences in general, how to approach people, what types of things to talk about, how to deal with the inevitable awkwardness and frustration that one always feels at a conference. Comment from Walter here. What is your opinion about making connections before a conference and plan a few meetings during the conference? Then the ice is already broken at the first real meeting. I think this is a good tactic. I definitely see people doing this a lot leading up to a conference. It's like you get a bajillion emails that are like, hey, let's set up a meeting. And they can sort of start to become a little bit salesy where, people are wanting to set up meetings ahead of time. I think that again, my whole theme on conferences and what's worked for me is to not be overly salesy. And I think that those meeting setup emails, when they become salesy, is when they can and that can be effective as a sales technique as well. That can be super effective. But if you want to go the route of less on the sales, more on the just connecting with people, trying to connect with people more person to person, I would say try to set up some of those meetings, but don't necessarily make them have to be like pitch meetings. You know what I mean? Just make them be like, hey, can we just hang out a little bit, kind of a thing? Or, hey, can we grab coffee on, the morning before this event for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes? So you're not necessarily maybe asking for an hour of somebody's time to do like a pitch, make them more, maybe a little more informal, a little more get to know you. That's kind of my whole vibe is like when it comes to conferences, focus on getting to know the person, try to focus a little less on pitching yourself, focus on getting to know them, having good conversations, having a good time. But yes, if you're going to a conference and you don't know anybody, definitely setting up some meetings ahead of time can be a great way to have some things set up so when you walk in the door, you at least know you're going to get to talk to some people and they're going to be expecting that communication from you. So I think that's a good tactic to go with.